Hello again everyone, thank you for joining me, I hope you're all well. Okay, so back in Truck and Logistics Simulator, and in the last one we bought this Scania, and I forgot to paint it, so I've just painted it black. And I have noticed that it's almost out of fuel. I also changed the lights inside to red rather than green, just because why not? So let's really quickly go around and get some fuel so we can, get a job and earn lots of money. You're driving on the wrong side of the road, Johnny. Oh. God, steering feels different again. I think it's just where I go from one game to another. Oh, that's the... I was wondering what that amber flashing light was. It's the fuel. Come on, mate. Really can't mess around here. Right, so luckily it's only up here that we need to go. And I wonder how much it's going to cost. Hopefully it's a fortune, because obviously these do have massive tanks. I think mine was 1,200 litres in my first job. Oh no. There is a cut through. Yeah, and once the fuel card wouldn't work and I had to pay out of my own pocket, and luckily the company was excellent and paid it back almost straight away, but my goodness, that was scary. Okay. I didn't fill it right up, by the way. I didn't have that kind of money. Right, here we go. Okay. Right. Stop the engine and T. Here we go. And my goodness, I wish that they filled up that quick in real life. Okay, 431 nights. So let's where should we go? Let's go back to where we started. I can't remember how much money I've got on here. I think it's quite a lot. Okay. And yeah, we'll pop down here, see what jobs they've got. Oh, we'll go in the proper way. Try and do this sensibly. Okay, what have they got for us? Should we take a trailer? Yeah, it's got all the sixes I've got to. So 666 is kind of my lucky number. Okay, here we go. Start that up. Lift this up a little bit. Oh, and someone did ask whether I'm still using the G29 when I'm using the forklift. I'm not, so I'm using the mouse to do this. You can program buttons in so that you can do the forklift from your controller. I think I kind of answered that in the last episode, so I recorded 2 episodes in a row and said about the said about the joystick working. Right, here we go. Oh, so you can make the joystick work, but fail. No, complete fail. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go back. Like I said, not qualified forklift driver. Okay. Oh, and I need to check something else on this game in a minute as well. On the settings. The mouse seems sensitive all of a sudden. Right. That's down enough. How many are going in here? 3? Yeah, 3 in each by the looks of it. Right, so that ship there, I said about this in one of my previous episodes. There's a ramp near here, and I never made it onto the ship, but I did hit the side of it with another truck. So I think there's probably an achievement for landing on that ship if you go up the ramp. Oh, you've done it again, Jolly. Okay, so while I make a buffoon of myself, as always, I'm going to pop you on pause and I'll do the rest off camera. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so that's all loaded up now, and I was asked whether this supports triple monitor. So I really don't know. I've had a look through the settings and I can't see anything that would suggest it does. So I'm going to say no, but if you know otherwise and it does support it, please do let me know. I'll pin the comment and I'll let the original commenter know as well. But yeah, I don't think it does, but I don't know. I've never actually had a dual monitor setup in a game, let alone a triple monitor. I've got two monitors. One of them is a second-hand one and I love it. Yeah, it's really, really good for work and especially for YouTube. But yeah, I've never actually played with two monitors. Yeah, so the ramp is just at the end of this. So if you look down the wall, you can see the ramp just at the end there. Top right. So yeah, I do think that there's probably an achievement where you can jump into that or onto that ship. Right, so we've got our load and let's get going. So yeah, 1,666 per whatever it was, however many kilometers. And I still didn't look at the price. Or how much we've got. Let's quickly press escape and have a look. 11,000, right, less than I thought. For some reason it suddenly went dark then. Oh, I just went the wrong way. Right, sorry everyone. And like that. Get through now. Okay. I know that that was really shoddy. So what we'll do next, we'll try to buy the other lorry, the like truck, and yeah, then we'll take some trailers around, and then after that, probably the last thing we're going to be buying will be the tipper lorry. I'm all over the road. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm a little bit too close to the wheel as well. Okay, and off here. Yeah, the brakes, that was another ramp there as well. So obviously when you're playing multiplayer, that would be, yeah, stuff to do. Like competitions, see how far you can jump and stuff. Yeah, the trucks do accelerate way too quick. So lots of positive comments about this game on console and PC, so lots of people are loving it, but a few people are really hating it, like really struggling with frame rate and all that kind of thing, mainly on PC I think. So my computer isn't the best. It's a 3060 Ti, but I kind of tried to future-proof it a little bit with the RAM, so it's got 64 gigabytes of RAM. But yeah, it's always run good with me. What's going on here then? What, am I dumping the trailer off in there or something? Yeah, we'll spin around there. Okay, and I really do wish that I could just lean out without having to do awful things with my face. Yeah, this isn't quite right, is it? Unless we drop the, yeah, detached trailer. So for some reason it wants a trailer here. No, it did both of them. Odd. So I don't know whether this bit of the map has gone wrong and whether that's just the wrong texture. Yeah, I don't know. Strange. Right. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, of course this is our truck, isn't it? You're an idiot, Johnny. Right. So what have we got next? Yeah, it's not really paying that much more, is it? Okay, we'll do... It's a long one, isn't it? We'll do that. Okay, so what I'll do now then, what does that button and that button? Okay, right, so what we'll do, we'll go on Control Mapper, Logitech, and scroll right down. Okay, so vertical positive. Yep. Oh, not vertical. Yes, it is. I think. Let's have a look. Okay, so now I can do everything from my G29. Well, everything on the forklift. So let's see how this feels. Okay. Lifty, lifty. Ooh, hit the bulkhead. Back we go. Yeah, I do quite like the way the controls work, because some games, when I'm trying to map them, all the buttons and everything, you have a conflict, but it doesn't wipe the other one. So I like the fact that this wipes it, so there's never a conflict. So on one of the games that I tried to map, I had to completely reset the controls because of all these conflicts, because I was like, for instance, trying to signal and my lights were flashing and all that kind of thing, because it had a kind of preset G29 layout that it automatically gone to, and it was really sodding annoying. I can't remember what game it was, but yeah, I like the fact that this wipes the last one, like replaces it. There we go. Okay, and then press C for the camera, and let's be going. Go out this way. But yeah, the truck's so fast, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I do understand why some people wouldn't want to drive a really slow truck in games, but I do kind of wish that it was an option to yeah, have it realistic rather than like arcade, because it's truck and logistics simulator, and this isn't a simulation of a truck. Oh my goodness, with this speed. Right, here we go. I kind of miss driving the little van as well, I've got to admit. We also haven't had the pickup yet either, so we need to have that in the series. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do quickly, I'm just going to pull over here, pop you on pause and adjust my seat, because this feels awful. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that, that's better. Yeah, somehow my seat had moved forward. I've taken the wheels off because it's really annoying having an office chair, going to accelerate or brake or something, and then just sliding across. the floor. So yeah, I've taken the casters off so that it doesn't move around so much, but somehow it's moved forward about a foot. Right, here we go. Yeah, and someone also asked about the H shifter that I've got. So yeah, it is really noisy. It's one of these generic 6+Rs, and I do really like it. It's excellent. It hasn't let me down, and I've had it for over a year now. It was only cheap. It was 40 quid. I originally had the Logitech H shifter, and it kept breaking. It kept letting me down. So I ended up, yeah, they were alright with it, to be honest. They accepted it and gave me a monetary refund, well, a refund rather than trying to replace it with a product, because they were saying if you send it back, we'll send you a replacement, but I just didn't want one because it just felt horrible. But yeah, this 6+R, it's all metal and everything, that's why it's so noisy, and I think it takes 2 kilos to change gear, 2 kilo of force. Can't go wrong. Whereas the G29, it like, if I coughed, it'd change gear. Well, not G29, the Logitech one that's about 40 quid and advertised with the G29 a lot. Look at him all over the road. Who are you, me? Right, so let's set the cruise control for this speed. So obviously no adaptive cruise control or anything like that on here. So adaptive cruise control, the only game that I know about that's on is ATS and ETS, and it still needs a lot of work. So the lorry, the only vehicles that I've driven before that had adaptive cruise control were lorries, and they worked great. So it didn't matter if the road went round a bend, as long as you could still see the vehicle in front, it knew where the lane was, and it would be able to easily cope with it and keep your distance. But on ATS and ETS, when a vehicle goes round a corner, it suddenly accelerates, and then you catch it up round the corner, and then it's like full on the brakes, so it's not quite there. But it's nice that they're trying to have it in the game. There we go. And it makes driving lorries bliss, because literally all you have to do at that point is steer when you've got adaptive cruise control on. And I worked with someone who just refused to use it, and I used to think, like, you're missing out so much. Yeah, he didn't like technology taking over control, but yeah, it never let me down. Let's do a ton then. So in the UK, obviously, the maximum speed we can do is 56 in a lorry, but lots of lorries are actually restricted to 50 to save fuel. So if you ever see like a Tesco lorry or whatever, whoops, going along the motorway and it seems slower than the other lorries, that's just because, yeah, Tesco would prefer to save lots of money on fuel. It's really annoying though, because when you catch one up on a dual carriageway, obviously, yeah, you can only go past it 6 miles an hour quicker, so you're out in the outside lane for a long time and people get furious. Or you can sit behind it and, yeah, your boss will wonder why it's taken you so much longer to do that route. Yeah, I've never had it in a car though. I bet it's even better in a car. Right, I can't do it. I've got to put my foot down a bit. We'll do 100 again. Yeah, quite nice looking inside. I've only driven one briefly, one of these Scanias in real life. And it had a weird clutch thing that was a clutch, but it also wasn't a clutch. You only used it in first gear or something. My goodness, it just mind-blowing to someone like me. And it didn't feel like a clutch either. Odd. Right, here we go. And right, so the curb's right there, so yeah, it really launches when you come off the clutch. There we go. Okay. So we got 11 grand for that. Why did that open? Oh, is it just because we're here? Right, how much money have we got now? 26 grand. Let's have a really quick look in the garage. Yeah, I still don't know of a way of selling the vehicles that we've got. I don't think you can. So, cars. Can't afford any of them. We could afford this pickup, but I don't really want this one. I want the other one. So low capacity 800. Yeah, I want that one. Right, so let's do another job in... Or should we do... No, let's do another job in this then. And there's a job site over there. Right, here we go. Fail. Okay, and I'm just going to bump out there. Yeah, same place, isn't it? That's where we've just come from. Okay, what have we got? Let's do this. We'll take another one with a trailer. But this time, let's see, skip loading. There you go. So you can press that, and then it loads it all up for you. Nice. Yeah, I did see that in one of the load menus that you could skip, but I wasn't paying enough attention. I didn't see how you could do it. Right, so we need to connect to that. And yeah, we're going to be bumping up the curb, but that's all right. Okay. And it's awkward, isn't it? So at this point, you'd be leaning around to change the perspective of the mirror to see whether, yeah, it was safe to put out. You do move around in a cab a lot. Right, here we go. Right, I don't know whether that's going to get us where we're on the other side of the road. My goodness, I just put it in reverse by accident. That's one of the things that I don't like about this H shifter, so I'm not making excuses. Where it's a 7-speed, basically, there's no gate to go into reverse. So on some shifters, you like push them down or lift them up or whatever, and there's nothing like that here. So sometimes when you go for 6, if you're an idiot, you'll accidentally slip into 7th, which I've got mapped as reverse. So where I play ETS, I only actually use 6 of the gears on it, and reverse is where 2nd would be. Because it's a range splitter. Oh God, what are you doing, mate? Come on. Okay, back it up. How much fuel have we got? Will that help? I think it's the one underneath the rev counter. No, it's the one bottom right, I think. Yeah, and as for lag, so yeah, a few people have said that they've been playing this on mostly PlayStation, to be honest, but they've said that there isn't lag on multiplayer. So what we'll do this job. What time are we at? 26 minutes. We'll quickly do this job, and then I'm going to jump into multiplayer and just hope that no one misbehaves. So we'll go and chase down another player, and yeah, then you can see it. We're not going to troll them, we're just going to go and drive near them, and you can see what happens. And yeah, I am driving like a bit of an idiot on here, aren't I? Way too quick. .130 kilometers an hour. What's that, about 80? My goodness. Yeah, if there's voice chat though, I'm going to have to quickly press pause. I think there's text chat, but I think I can turn that off. So that should be alright. And I'll take you through the whole process as well. So I'll leave any loading in. Fail. Ban and a half. Right. Okay, so we're downhill a little bit, so we should be able to put away in that gear. So position 2 is 2nd. Uphill, struggling a little bit, we're fully loaded. And it's bricks as well. My goodness, I used to hate taking bricks, but luckily it didn't happen often. Okay. And here we are. Right. Cheers, mate. Yeah, you can actually go in there as well. As you can see, the gate just opened. Where are we going? Here we are. Oh. Of course, it just wants a trailer in there, doesn't it? Right. There we go. Yeah, so we didn't get as much XP because I skipped the loading. Right, so return to menu. Multiplayer. We'll jump in our little van. And I'm just going to press this one. Join random. So I am really sorry if anything comes up in the chat. I can't do anything about that. Okay, right, so let's pop the lights on, and we're just going to go to one of these. So let's go and hunt someone down. God, I've missed this little thing. Let's move the cursor. Sorry about that, everyone. I hope that hasn't been on the screen for ages. I love it. It brings the worst of me out though, doesn't it? So much fun. Right. So we'll just go straight up. They all seem to be far away. Have I completely gone the wrong way? Let's have a quick look on the map. Right, there's someone. Okay, so I've driven like an absolute idiot in front of this bloke and then just sat in front of him. Oh, he ruined it. That was nothing to do with a lack of skill. You can hide the names as well, which we'll do in just a moment. Because obviously that's quite ugly, isn't it? I'll get to someone first and then we'll just stalk them for a moment. Then you can see the lag. So I haven't got the best internet either, by the way. I'll say that straight away. At the moment it's 7.6 megabytes a second. Yep. 2023. Okay. So I think they're up here. I like the mist as well that you get. It's typical, isn't it? It looks like they're not moving. Okay, so let's quickly demonstrate this. So if I go to options and hide player names in multiplayer. Okay. Right, so that's much nicer, isn't it? So we know that this is a player, but unfortunately it looks like they're not doing anything. So let's find some more action. They're moving. So let's... Oh, why is it not letting me navigate there? Bugger it. That's right. We'll just try and get there. Sorry about this, everyone. Yeah, if I can find someone that's moving, then we can stalk them for a little bit and show any lag. So I don't really want to pause this, because if I pause it, I could have, like, yeah, spoke to one of my mates and said, come on this game, you know, that lives next door. And yeah, it's shown it without lag, but I'm just randomly picking someone. And then we'll chase them down for a bit. So I don't know who they are. I don't know who anyone is on this. It's just random. Right, so just up here, look. Here we go. Okay, they're lost. Oh look, it's a convoy. Excellent. Okay. So let's move off the road for them. I promise this isn't planned. Okay. And then let's just follow them. So we've got 2 vehicles. Sorry, mate. Okay, so there is a bit of lag, isn't there? Did you see that kind of bounce then? So almost like elastic. I don't know what countries these people are from. Yeah, there is a little bit of bungeeing. Oh. Let's go to this camera, because it might be easier to see it. Yeah, so lag in driving games is really annoying because you can quite easily crash into someone because of the lag, because it'll spike. And then, yeah, like when it's trying to catch up, you just end up going flat out into the back of them without meaning to. What time are we at? 37 minutes. Yeah, so unless this goes on for ages, let's just follow them along. My goodness. And I don't know who these people are. They might not be the best drivers in the world. I'm kind of tempted to overtake, but they're having fun here. I don't want to be a troll. So I think the person in front of us, their ping is 23. There's 22 people on this server. And obviously they might be on a different platform as well, I don't know. Crossplay. Yeah, so when I did the first episode of this, the kind of test, I thought that when you did an escort, it would, like single player, it would bring up another vehicle, but it doesn't. So obviously this is where that's meant to be used. Is that another player behind us? No. And I do think it'd be pretty cool, like a few of you coming on. My goodness, he's a madman. Okay, so we are having disappearing NPCs as well. Yeah, this is a shame. When I first went on it, it was running great. But obviously there was much fewer people on it. Right, another player coming. Give them the toot. I think they did it back as well, but I'm not sure. Nice. Very nice escort vehicle. Oh my, what are you doing? Burn out. Right. Sorry, Skoda. I'm pretending to be in a convoy here, mate. Yeah, there's a lot of that bunging. It's a shame. But I don't know where in the world these people are. So maybe it's something to do with that. I hope it's not too much further. We might have to give up. But I don't really want to put them on the spot with the reversing the trailer either. It's not very fair, is it? They didn't ask for this. Lorry driver's doing alright though. Right, where are we going? Yeah, so obviously I could have made this as an escort vehicle and then we could have been flying ahead, blocking junctions off and then allowing them to go straight through. And if we both took the same job, I presume we'd have the same GPS as well. So I'd know where the lorry was going to be turning or going. Don't stop at the red, mate. You're alright. Nope. And up there, are we? Right, this must be close then. Sod it. Let's go till the end if we're right there. Yeah, it looks like they're going in here somewhere. Oh. It looks like the traffic is different for them than it is for me. Okay. I shouldn't be doing this. This is so cruel. Nicely done. Excellent. Right. So I think what I'm going to do is end it here because it's been quite a while now and at least we've seen the multiplayer, so I'm not thoroughly impressed with it, but I don't know where these players are from, so they could be from anywhere. They could have bad internet like mine. My goodness. Oh look, so they are actually trying to get me to play with them, but unfortunately I can't because I've got work to do. But yeah, that was very kind of them. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, everyone. I really do appreciate each and every view. And if you've liked this, please feel free to join me in the next one. So, cheers everyone, and bye for now.
Gatwick Airport, Three Bridges, Aldcombe, Haywards Heath, Wivelsfield, Burgess Hill,